Risings, peace in ascendants, peace reflections, peace to all my melanated star seeds. So we're going to talk about the out of Africa theory. So I'm going to show y'all real quick how they put the truth in your face, but they also dehumanize and make it seem like, you know, we wasn't really everywhere and, you know, all that good shit, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of these schools like to teach our kids and us people about slavery. This is why melanated people are so stuck on slavery, because they feel like their people, you know, have been brought here on boats and, you know, all that good stuff, right? But see, this the thing. Not everyone been brought here on boats. And anything I say, you can fact check, you know what I'm saying? This is perfectly on Google, but just because I say it's on Google, that doesn't mean that's what I actually go by. I'm just showing you, I'm just using their knowledge against them to show y'all that black people was just not only in Africa, we was everywhere. That's why I said they tell you the truth, but of course they'll mix a little bit of lies in it to have you confused. And this is why, you know, labeling yourself in any category, whether it be black, white, African American, European, all these labels is what causes confusion on where people are actually from or where they come from and all this good stuff, right? But let me put you up on game. So scientists say that 9 times out of 10, and this is perfectly on Google, scientists say that 9 times out of 10 humanity started in Africa. And because Africa was by the equator, right, the UV radiation was hitting our skin, which made these type of people us, right? So we was there, but then we started to migrate and all this craziness, right? So boom, let me show you how they words contradict themselves, and let me show you how labels are like it causes confusion to think who are the rightful people of certain lands, right? So if you take away the label that Africa and in the color black and all that, because for one, we are not black. Let's get that understood. You know what I'm saying? I can show you the color black right now, but we all know, if you look in the crayon box, what the color black is. We are not black. I do not classify as being black. But anyway, so if you take away all these labels, right? You take away all these labels and just think about your skin. You get what I'm saying? Just think about your skin tone. They're telling you that black, melanated, carbonized, however you want to label your skin, they're telling you that we was all over the world by slick telling you that we migrated. You get what I'm saying? So if we migrated, if we came from Africa and this is perfectly on Google, I'm just going based off what they knowledge say. If you said we migrated, and because of high UV radiation in Africa, and we started migrating, and it's safe to say that this color skin was in America too, this color skin was in Europe too, this color skin was in China. You get what I'm saying? But this is where labeling and confusion come in, because they would tell you, oh, African people was not in America. How can you say that when your theory is called the out of Africa theory, and people that was in Africa, the first humans in Africa, migrated all over the world? So your knowledge is contradicting itself. So it is safe to say that African people, and I'm not saying I'm African, I'm just going based off what their knowledge say. Their knowledge is basically telling me that African people have been in America, because you just said that it's called, the name itself tells you everything. The out of Africa theory, meaning that it was people from Africa, it was humans in Africa that was 9 times out of 10 melanated, brown, dark, whatever you want to call it. They migrated all over the world, and this is where you get all nationalities, all ethnicities and stuff like that, right? Make a long story short, they telling you in your face like, yo, black people was all over the place, browns was all over the place, melanated people was all over the place. But they'll also label you and they'll also use labels to confuse you by saying, nah, African people wasn't over here, Indians was. What's the difference? Like I said before, if you take away the labels that they give us and just look at the skin, this skin was all over the world. So to my people that think that we are indigenous to one land, no, we indigenous to this world. And until you tap into that inner self, until you tap into yourself to get that real truth, because that's what I did. I tapped into self to get the real truth. I get all the information I can get, and then I put 2 and 2 together. You would too see the contradiction in the knowledge that they give us in these schools and tell us on these internets and all that. Rich risings, peace and blessings to all, bro. Do the research. That's all I'm asking. And put 2 and 2 together. Don't take everything for face value.